If you are under the age of 18 and you are watching this video, please stop now. This content is not intended for you. Alright guys, so it's the next day. I've got my little underwire baskets that I ordered off of Amazon. I'll have that link down below in the description box if you guys are interested. I've cleaned out all of the paper. I purged. I have piles everywhere. So I literally stopped yesterday and just left the stuff on the floor until I quit until my baskets came, and then I went right back at it. So this is where I am so far. Let me show you my piles. All right, it's organized even though it doesn't look like it, but this is all chipboard, and then there's a couple sticker sheets in there, but mostly this is 12 by 12 chipboard pieces. This is a I don't know pile. I'm kind of over Zellateal, so that's all Zellateal and like a mermaid paper. This little stack here is 12 by 12 plain paper. That's 12 by 12 specialty sheets, 12 by 12, and that's like vinyl and glitter and stuff, specialty embossed paper. And then this is 12 by 12 loose paper. And then I'm keeping these two stacks of 12 by 12 pads, and that's all my garbage. So didn't do too bad, but yeah, this floor is a mess. All right, here are the magazine holders that I used. Again, these came from IKEA, but they have the IKEA brand or this inexpensive brand on Amazon, and I will have that link down below. So, or you can always order online and get it shipped to your house. Totally up to you. So, I'm going to show you guys how I made these super heavy duty since I could not find any 12 by 12 magazine holders or 12 by 12 paper holders. All right, so once we get that open, we're going to cut right at the seam line. So that's how it looks, just this front little pocket tab here. And just do your best to just be accurate. Should have used a box cutter, but I don't have one. So I'm going to cut this portion off. All right, we're going to save all of our pieces. So that's going to stay there. And then you have this flap left. So we're going to fold up the bottoms, which makes the holder. And we're going to cut right across a little bit shorter than the seam. So not on the seam, a little bit left to the seam, because we have to fit this on the inside of the box. So we need it to be just a little bit shorter. So just find yourself one of the cardboard lines and cut right down the bottom. All right. Again, save all these pieces. So now we just have this, and I'm going to cut one side off. Doesn't matter the side, just cut one side off right on the seam line. All right, and then I'm going to shorten this a little bit so that everything can fit nice and snug. Basically, we're just cutting the pieces out and just making them a little bit smaller. All right, so now you have these three pieces, this side and this side. Okay, we're going to bring out the other one. And the only thing we're going to do to this is cut off this front panel, the entire piece. This is our base units, or base part, so be as neat as you can. We don't need to do any offsetting, so we're cutting right on the seam. Save this piece. So now we have all of that, and you guessed it, all we're going to do is lay this stuff down. So since we cut off a little bit extra, that should fit right in the inside, seam to seam. And we're going to add some hot glue. I want to make sure it doesn't go over the edge at all. And I'm going to take my big, messy hot glue gun and add glue all to that. And that hot glue adds a lot of sturdiness as well. All right, flip it, and I'm going to add hot glue to this. lay that down. All right, grab this panel and do the same thing. All right, now you have a board. I'm going to fold everything all together. You have a board that's nice and sturdy. See the offset in there? No one can see it from the outside. All right, and I'm covering mine up with some white cardstock, so my holes are okay. So fold this bottom up and kind of put it together. So the only thing I'm going to do is add hot glue to this panel so that I can close that up. Fold that up, close it shut. I'm just going to hold this there. There's nothing to attach this to, so I'm just going to add hot glue to this little nozzle here. Tuck it under like that, and it'll just attach right at that little nozzle. But don't worry, we're going to reinforce this. And I'm going to hold that shut. All right. Very sturdy box. All right, so now we're going to stand it up. And those pieces that we cut, I'm going to trim them down a little bit so they can create a little bit of an offset and not have the little magazine, this bow out. So we want to make sure it fits in there nice and snug. So I need to cut this down a little bit more. Not too much though. All right, that fits, and I'm going to add hot glue and lay that in there. And I'm adding lots of hot glue. Slide that right there to the edge. Press it down. And we're going to grab the other one and do the opposite side. So, or do the back end. I'm going to cut off a little sliver. Add the glue. Put this down there at that end. Then I'm going to reinforce just a little bit more and add this final piece to the bottom. Right in there, like so. Oh, I laid it down too quickly. I'm going to cut off this extra. There we go. Now, if you want to reinforce more and more and more, you can. But that's pretty darn secure. Right? If you feel like you need to cover this with cardstock, cover it with cardstock. But that's basically the end. And the 12 by 12 will extend past, but it's going to go, for me, it's going to go into, you know, my cube. So nobody will see it. But what this does is, one, keep my papers straight up. Two, it will allow me to kind of categorize what's in this section, and I don't have to flip through, fumbling through papers that I'm looking for. So I like this. I'm going to repeat this a few more times so that I can have enough for the papers that I have. So hopefully that helped you guys. All right, guys, so this is how my 6x6 paper pads turned out. I found these buckets, as I said, at IKEA, really inexpensive. So really cool find, and I really like how durable and how just neat they look. So yeah, they're not in any rhyme or reason. I like all of the paper pads. I've already purged through what I'm going to keep and what I'm going to toss or whatever. So everything in here I would use right now. So that's how my 6x6 storage is going. And these are all the paper pads that I have in this size. This is it. I'm happy with it. I have some older papers in here that I'm just stuck on, like Prima, Epiphany. I love that collection. I have 2 paper pads in there that not full, but I have it in there. So I'm going to keep it. I like everything in here. Of course, I have my my smaller little ATC cards, or just the smaller note cards and things in this one. So there's not many of those, but I really like how this turned out. It's easier, it's more accessible, and it was a really inexpensive, quick fix. All right, guys, I am all done. It looks so neat and orderly. Oh my god, I love this frame, like right there. I love it. Super cute. So as you can see, I used some stickers that I had, puffy stickers that I had in my stash, and then I spelled out wish, laugh, hope, kind, joy, and love. And then I have little tiny these little they're for Apothecary. I cannot pronounce it, but I'll put it down below in the description box. I was going to use them for my wood shop, which I am, because I bought a whole set. I think it was like 20 or something that came in there a couple weeks ago. I was going to make a cabinet and pull out stuff, little screws and stuff in my wood area in the garage. But I decided to spray paint 6 of those and just have it look like it's a pull tab from there. It doesn't pull. I mean, it can pull. It's attached with some glossy accents, but I'm just going to pull the box out itself. So, and then at the very, very bottom, I use some Mamba stickers to label what's actually in there. So let me go over here and show you. So this is what they look like. Let me scoot back a bit. There we go. So here, this whole thing is the chipboard. Like everything fit in there. So, and they're very sturdy. So all of this is like the chipboard pieces. They all fit in there. So I can just pull it out just like so. And then, so there's a chipboard, and then my loose specialty paper is how I organize. You guys saw my piles. I put them all in the piles and everything fit fine in there. And that's it. So got my 6x6 papers organized. I have my 12x12 papers organized. I have my little baskets for my planner kit. And there's a page kit in there too. I have my drawers. And I am done. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I can break it down into smaller increments, because it feels like it's been 2 days. I mean, I know it's been 2 days, and I hope I didn't record 2 days worth of video. So I hope you like this video, and like it. Please do share it. It does help me out with YouTube algorithm. I would appreciate it if you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button if you want to be a permanent friend. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.